guy who's not even going to be playing for them. It's like a... about to knock some lamp down. That's like the Hawks trading away Dennis Schroeder for Carmelo Anthony. Except on the second scenario, this team actually thought they had a chance of the player playing. So it's ridiculous. I mean, think about this offseason for the Toronto Raptors. They fired their head coach, and he wins Coach of the Year. You have a player who said that he wants to be known as the greatest player in your franchise's history. You trade him for a 1-year rental. You trade to get Kawhi Leonard. Oh my God. He might not play for you.
He's gonna play as well.
He has to.
His camp is saying that, he's gonna play. Whoever's in his ear, they seem to have said that he's coming around to Toronto, and have even said that he might stay there, but it's hardly a guarantee.
He's not staying in Toronto. As much as I was sure that Kyrie and Jimmy Butler are coming to the Knicks, I'm almost as sure Kawhi is not staying in Toronto. Honestly, when I saw this trade, the first thing that I thought in my mind was, if they're getting rid of DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard, are they just doing this so they can get like Kuzma and Lonzo from the Lakers, and are going to trade him to the Lakers for picks and those two?
Maybe. I mean,
could you imagine LeVar Ball in Canada? That'd be great.
That would be.
That would be absolutely fantastic.
Stay in your lane,
eh? Stay in your lane, eh? I've never lost north of the border.
I mean, it could happen. Why not?
I think what it is maybe there are some questions about, his injury and how he's going to be coming back. And so the Raptors are going to play him for, if he plays for, 20 so games or whatever, show the Lakers, be like, hey, obviously this guy's back to the level that he was in San Antonio. And they're going to use that to get more picks. Or not more picks, more capital for him. That's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they'd probably feel him out. And if I were them, I'd try and have like a frank discussion and be like, hey, are you planning on staying with us, or are you going to walk? Because, if you're going to walk, we'd love to trade you. We'll trade you to the Lakers if we can. But, just let us know, because, we'd love to keep you, but blah, blah, blah. Tough to know if you can believe them or not now that they've done this whole DeRozan thing, though, because they just are really showing that they're not well run.
You guys remember what I had said right after this story broke, right? These hoes ain't loyal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And by these hoes, obviously, I mean the Raptors. But if I'm the Raptors, honestly, what I do is I go to Kawhi and say, listen, we're the number 1 seed in the East, even with LeBron playing in Cleveland. Adding you to the team makes us even better. We want you to be a Raptor. We're willing to sign you long-term, give you no trade clause. And you don't have to make any decisions now. What we're going to do, we will show you what our organization is now, and then we will revisit these talks just before the trade deadline. If you don't like it here, we'll open up discussions to trade you. If you like it, we'll sign you long-term right then and there. Give him that option. Just be up, like you were saying, be frank with him. Tell him, if you don't like it here, we don't want to keep you here if you're not going to stay. If you want to be here, we'll sign you long-term, no trade clause, give you as much money as you possibly can get, and you're going to be our guy for the rest of your career. Let him know right up front what your plans are. Give him that no trade clause so he feels like he has all the options, so that he's not going to get traded to like the Hawks. That's what I would do if I'm the Toronto Raptors. But again, they fired the coach of the year, traded Like I said, literally probably the only player that's ever wanted to retire as a Raptor. So, whatever. All right, now that we're going to get the stank of basketball off of us. Guys, ready for some football?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's do it.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Well, I thought you meant talking football, but yes, I'm ready for the season. Yes, cannot wait. I've got both of my main leagues scheduled already for the draft, for fantasy, and I'm excited. Getting back
And we
in
start Friday night?
We do, don't we?
We do.
Oh, my God. We have the Hall of Fame game next week. Damn.
Yep.
Wow.
It's here.
August is here.
Bears Ravens.
Football
It's
is
here, people.
back.
Here. My God. Huh. I can't wait to watch Mitch Trubisky stink it up. Anyways, speaking of the NFL, speaking of football, we're going to start in the NFL. The AFC South has a lot of questions. And we're doing like these mini breakdowns of these conferences because we don't know what to talk about really until you actually see them playing in preseason and the season starts. So what I have been doing and what I will continue to do is list my biggest questions for every team in the division going starting in alphabetical order, essentially. So starting the AFC South, the Colts. Does anyone know what the biggest question with the Colts is?
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck. Is Andrew Luck actually back? If he is, will he be back to the level that we're used to? Can a healthy Andrew Luck bring the Colts back to relevancy?
Yes. that is a yes. That one's easy.
What should the Colts do with Jacoby Brissett? Knowing that Andrew Luck has this injury history now, is it smart to hold on to him? Is it smarter to flip him for something else? Because remember, the Colts paid Andrew Luck a lot of money, don't have much to go around for everyone else.
Right.
So getting a trade with someone who, and let's face it, Jacoby Brissett, while he's not top-tier talent, is talented enough to get some people biting at a high price. So, should they keep Jacoby Brissett? Should they trade him to get Andrew Luck some more help? Is Marlon Mack enough to be the featured running back, or will they need to find another piece? Maybe that's a good spot. Flip Jacoby Brissett for a running back, or cut him so that you have the money. I mean, Alfred Morris is out there looking for a job still, so he's available. I mean,
That's surprising. I would have thought he would have been signed by now.
I mean, he has been behind Ezekiel Elliott, so he doesn't really get the majority of the carries. And even last year when he did, when Ezekiel Elliott was wrongfully suspended, they put the ball in the hands of Dak Prescott more.
Right.
So he didn't really get the number of carries. And so, I mean, I think the bigger surprise is why Des Bryant hasn't been signed yet, but we'll get to that at some other point.
Because he's a locker room cancer.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew that when he slapped his mom around, but can Marlon Mack be the featured running back? Do they need to go and get a guy like?
I saw some nice things from Marlon Mack last year, but I don't necessarily think I saw a 3-down type back.
Of course not. No. And Frank Gore's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Did he retire?
No, he's with Miami.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah,
that
he's
man
with the
is
Dolphins.
never going to stop playing football.
No. He's going to be the Yarmir Yager of the NFL.
Yeah.
27 years, still playing
He's
running
just
back.
made of steel. So I don't really see Mac being a feature. You know, he's in my opinion, he's kind of league average. So he's not going to hurt you, but I don't think he's going to win you many games. He could have a breakout season. I don't really see it. But.
Yeah, they
Andrew
needed to
Luck
draft a running
alone,
back.
Yeah, they should sign Morris. That would be good for them, honestly.
They needed to try and trade up and get Saquon Barkley. It's what they should have done.
They have a lot more holes than a running back would fill, though. Whereas, like, the Giants, you could say a running back really could affect their game because their defense is very good. They have a great receiving core, a solid quarterback, and, needed help on the O-line. A running back can make a big difference there. The Colts are otherwise, full of a lot of holes. Their defense is young and improving, so I don't expect them to be Swiss cheese like they have been for the past couple of years on defense. But other than that, notable players are, besides Andrew Luck, it's tough to think of many. T.Y. Hilton's good, but is he elite?
I would say
Maybe we can give him the ball.
I would say he puts up elite numbers. Is he elite? I don't know. Does he put up elite numbers? Of course, definitely puts up the numbers of a very good number one wide receiver. But there's a player that the Colts did get this year that I think is going to provide a lot of respite for Andrew Luck, and it's someone that's overlooked and has been overlooked his entire career. Tight end Eric Ebron is with the Colts.
How was he overlooked? He was ineffective. He's not much of a blocker. He's
a receiver.
Yeah,
he's not ineffective.
Yeah,
he wasn't ineffective. He was very good with Detroit.
Very good is a very strong statement. There's a reason he was let go without a whole lot of moaning from anybody.
He's a tight end. It's the nature of the position.
But he's not anywhere near elite at the position. He's okay. I don't even know if he's league average because he can't block, so you can't play him in a lot of snaps. And when you do, the defense knows what to expect because if he tries to block, they're going to steamroll over him, and if he doesn't, then they know that he's going to be going for a reception.
I think him and Andrew Luck are going to be a good combination for the Colts. I really do.
Potentially, but Andrew Luck always makes tight ends look good. He makes anyone that he's throwing the ball to look good when he's healthy. So I don't think that's anything too special.
I think when we get to our predictions, you're going to be pretty pissed off at me.
All right. But, yeah, I think the defense is improving. I think Luck makes them competitive pretty much on his own, even without much of an O-line, because unless I'm forgetting something, besides one draft pick, did they really do anything to address their glaring O-line needs?
No.
Yeah, so they're just asking for Luck to get hurt again, which is, if I'm Andrew Luck, I want the hell out of that organization. They've done nothing to protect me for my entire career.
They quit on arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. So what are they going to do to him?
Right. If I'm Andrew Luck, the end of this contract, I am out. And if I'm the Colts, maybe I don't really want Luck anymore after the injury history. But I gotta say, if you're not going to protect your quarterback, you don't deserve a good quarterback. You absolutely have to have a good O-line if you're going to have a quarterback like that, especially when you're going to pay the man that much. You kind of need to keep him healthy. But Luck is good enough that he will make them competitive. He will get them, and that doesn't mean contender. That means competitive. That means they'll win a few games, 6 to 8 probably, if their defense doesn't take a massive leap forward. And that's not out of the question. As I said, young core that looks pretty talented, that could make that leap. But if they don't, if they only take a small step forward from where they were last year, 6-8 win team.
Improvement is improvement. That's what you need to see. You need to see improvement. You can't see regression. You can't see stagnation. When you're evaluating a young defense, improvement. And the biggest example of this is the Jets. Why does Todd Bowles still have a job? Because the organization sees, okay, so he's got these young players who are playing at an extremely high level, and they've bought into him.
Yeah.
It was the veteran players in the locker room that really screwed him over.
Yeah, and
And
now that most of them are gone, I think you're going to see a turned around Jets team, but we'll get to that.
Speaking of the Jets, really quickly, some other big news.